Consumable items are absolutely essential in this game. If I want any shot at taking down Vorkath here, I'm gonna have to pre-pot a super combat, anti-venom, anti-fire, bring some food along. I use monkfish because I'm broke, but there's better stuff out there, and restore my prayer points with the potions. If I want to get through an entire Inferno just tick eating with purple sweets, I can do it. Don't ask for proof, I haven't clipped it, but these are some examples of consumables that we all know and love. However, this game is ancient, and there's a lot of crazy items out there that you can throw into your character's body, which you would never want to touch with a 10-foot pole in real life. So today, I thought it'd be fun to check out some of the discontinued, obscure, and just flat-out disgusting consumable items available in this game. Let's get into it. The first stop on our gourmet tour here is going to be the Lumbridge Caves, and we've got a 2-for-1 farm-to-table full meal coming in. First, we're going to fish for some delicious frog spawn with our net. Pull some of those out of the river, and do not concern yourself at all with what you've just done. Move right on to getting yourself a nice slimy eel. Unfortunately, we can't cook them down here, but before you leave, make sure you use them on the gas hole for some extra flavor. Just kidding, that doesn't actually work. But we do need to get on out of here real quick to light a fire, because we, of course, don't want to eat a raw slimy eel. That would just be gross. Get real. Just gotta pop outside here right quick so that we can light a fire and then get to enjoying a hard day's work for a hearty meal. First, the cooked slimy eel. Delicious, and do not forget to wash it down with the frog spawns. What a meal. Coming up next, we've got mystery meat, and you can get at this in Darkmire after the Sins of the Father. Just come talk to this butcher right here. Get yourself some mystery meat. You can cook it up right in the same place where you get it. And, if you examine this one, it's got some interesting text. I don't want to think about what's in there. You look at the proximity to this guy chilling in a holding cell, and we can call it mystery meat all day if we want to, but I think we've cracked this one wide open. It's definitely people. Kind of messed up that Jagex put something like this in the game, but it's even more messed up that it only costs 1 GP and it heals you for 5 health. So, I've got morals, but I'm willing to break those for good value. Yum. Probably the most unique and interesting one that I could find is if you talk to this dwarf Stankers out here in the coal mines past Sears Village where you do the dwarf cannon quest. Exchange about 3 words in total with him, and he's going to offer you a poison chalice, not suspiciously named at all. I don't know about you, but I'm not in the business of asking questions when someone hands me a cocktail glass full of liquid, so go ahead and give that a shot. I'm sure it'll be great. When you drink it, you can get actually a number of different effects. I'll throw up on screen now, but there's like 5 or 6 different options, so it's a pretty unique item that gives you a chance at getting a ton of health back or hurting yourself. It's not really useful anywhere, but it's actually one of the oldest items in the game. It's been around for ages, and this guy Stankers right here is named after a party animal friend of the Gowers themselves. So let's all aspire to be like Stankers, hand out poison chalices whenever anyone crosses our paths. Why not? Alright, this next one, there's a whole mess of horrifying foods down here in the Dorgish Khan marketplace. We're going to zero in on a couple of them. First, the cave slime soup. Talk to my man Turgok over here, and you are definitely going to want to spend 10 GP on some of that delicious green gloop soup. Then there's also some wall beast fingers. Sounds delicious to me, but if you ever want to come down here and check it out, there is a whole smattering of horrifying dishes. Honestly, after spending some time down here, I fully understand why Sigmund felt it was necessary to wipe these cave goblins out. The world would definitely be better off without this stuff existing, but if you're into that and you need to gear up for your next raid, all of these foods heal 2 hit points, so come down here, get ready, it'll supply you perfectly. And we're going to take a real quick break here before we go back into some more obscure stuff. Don't worry, it's not a sponsor. I'm still super unpopular, and I wouldn't want to take anyone who I don't agree with. Anyway, nobody that could possibly cast a shadow on my reputation, if you catch my drift. So what we're actually going to do is think about potions. Now, these are actually really common, definitely not obscure, but have you ever stopped to think what you're subjecting your character to when you take a sip of these things? Just check out these ingredients. I have newt, ground unicorn horn, chocolate dust. All right, that one, we'll let that one slide. Sounds kind of good, but only that and ranging potions because they have wine in them for whatever reason. Getting drunk makes your aim better. Every single other potion in here sounds absolutely disgusting, and we need to show our characters a little appreciation for downing this stuff. I mean, Bastion literally mixed in blood, probably the worst offender and one of the most used potions in the game, the Sarah Brew. You are literally drinking a crushed bird's nest. Sounds absolutely awful. I'd say it fits the description of a weird consumable when we start to think of it that way. And also, while we're kind of on the subject for this one, can anyone explain to me why you can house an 1,800-pound shark in the same amount of time as it takes to throw back 3 shrimps? Or demolish a lobster, shell and all, in a half second, same as a peach? Doesn't make any sense, alright? I get that it's a game, but this is important. We need to pause all development on Desert Treasure 2 and on Sailing till we can get this figured out, Jagex. Prioritize the rune crafting rollback, alright? We should figure that one out, but as soon as that's done, let's look into these eating times. Okay, now with that out of the way, we've got another store here selling some weird-ass items. Salihib over here on Apatol, my man, will hook you up with his monkey nuts. That may be an item that you remember from back in the day. People using quick chat when they were muted. All they could spam to make anyone upset was monkey nuts, so they have a little recognition from that. And then the next one, banana stew, out here looking like it was excreted from a different kind of monkey nuts. You know what I'm saying? Very unpleasant looking item. Frankly, I don't even want to eat it. However, there is a cool thing with banana stew right here. If you see in my inventory, it weighs 1/4 kilogram full, but when I eat it, it goes up in weight. Check this out. Boom. So we've effectively created matter out of nothing. Suck on that, Stephen Hawking. Wasting your time with black holes. You should have been in RuneScape. That's how the world really works. Everything in the Gnome restaurant. Tangled toad's legs, wormholes. Yeah, wouldn't recommend any of these. Veg ball? That's the worst. No meat? Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's the one I would never want to touch. While we are here at the Gnome restaurant though, let's not forget that consumables includes liquor, and your character is an absolute unit, able to house 4 bottles of different types of liquor in a matter of mere seconds, with minimal impairment to their abilities, a slight decrease in attack, but you become even stronger. Never forget how awesome you are. Next up on the list here, we've got Locust Meat, and normally you can find these locusts hanging around Sophonim. Unfortunately, I've saved the town because I'm an awesome adventurer and drove out the locusts during Beneath Cursed Sands, so I've got to walk all the way out here in the desert to film this clip. Sometimes being the good guy is not the move, trust me. Regardless of that though, every single time you kill these locusts, they're going to drop some meat. Best part about it, you don't have to cook it. You're not worried about diseases, nothing like that. Just pop that bad boy straight in there. You're going to get this fun little message about juices squirting into your mouth that's totally not questionable at all. You're just going to keep going. You'll pick up 3 hit points right quick, get back in the fight, and keep exterminating these dudes. Alright, real quick on this next one. You've probably heard of it before, but it is a cool consumable and some RuneScape history. The half-full jug of wine. They discontinued this back in 2001 when Jagex realized that their player base does not have self-control like that. If they crack a jug of wine, it is going down to 0, so there's no way to get them anymore in RuneScape 3, and they're pushing like 17 bill or so, which is absolutely insane. Not encouraging this, but if you traded that, it's worth about 500 bucks. You could get a real nice Merlot for that price. Old school, you can get them every year, so they're worth maybe 8K or so. Unfortunately, not going to get you a very nice bottle with that one. Got a good one for you for this last one. You come to Tebo, whatever the hell it is, village down in Karamja. Take out one of their jungle spiders, and as it dies, you eye that tasty looking carcass. Make sure you scoop it up. Hope that this thing isn't venomous because you're about to throw it on an arrow shaft, and cook it for a delicious meal. You could also use a thatch bar, but those are harder to get. Screw that. Crunchy. That's going to round out this week's video. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know what I missed. That is a weird ass food in this game. Let me know what potion you think tastes the absolute worst in all of RuneScape. I've also recently started streaming, so if you want to catch me just kind of playing the game like normal, I try and schedule those at least a day or so ahead of time. You can see on my channel when I go live, and join my Discord if you want to get involved and see those notifications through Discord too. Other than that, thanks for watching as always. I'll see you in the next one.